I hope you're having a good day. You're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. Today I'm using the lovely Lily Pad Lake set, and I've got a few different colours out on my desk. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use yet, but I'm going to try and combine most of these colours. So I've got an A5 sheet of paper, which in the UK is A4 cut in half, of Whisper White cardstock to play with. And I decided to go in with the Coastal Cabana and the Sea from the stamp set. I worked my way along the paper. I don't know what this is going to look like when I start this, and I just keep stamping and I'm like, it's just not working. So I turn it over and start again. Rather than trying to create a scene, I thought, right, let's try and create a pattern instead. So I go in with the same stamp, but this time using soft sea foam to create these vertical kind of hash lines going across my page. And then to make it more interesting, I thought I'm going to go the opposite direction. So it kind of looks like a cool retro kind of wallpaper print or fabric print. I go in with the Rococo Rose and using the Lily Pad stamp, and I'm just setting it in approximately where the two hash lines meet together to make the L shape. Using Pineapple Punch, and because I want this to be fairly abstract, I don't want it to be too rigid, I use this to do 3 generation stamping it 3 times to create lighter shades as I go along. I'm going in now with soft sea foam and that stalk. Because it's quite a big image, I didn't want it to take over my pattern, but I still wanted to incorporate it into the work. Next I bring on an additional colour which I didn't have on my desk, which is Balmy Blue, and I'm going in with those ships. Now with this one I needed to just fill in the gaps quite a bit, so I'm trying to do it in a kind of vertical pattern across my page and making sure you stamp at the edge of your pages or page so that the pattern is continuous. I wanted to add extra detail to the images to make them pop a bit more, so I'm just going around highlighting the images with my blender pens. So I've used the light Daffodil Delight, and I'm using the light soft sea foam, and then going in with the light Balmy Blue to highlight the boats. This just adds that extra detail to the picture and makes the images individually pop. Sorry, my words got muddled. I'm just chopping down the paper in half and cutting it by 5.5 inches by 3 3/4, which is what I like for my matte and layering. And it looks so different when it's chopped. I know that you get to see the overall picture, but as soon as you mount that on a bit of Pool Party, it really changes the look of the whole card. That's what I love about One Sheet Wonders. I consider about whether I'm going to put a strip across it or how I'm going to add some detail to the card, and I decided to go in with this lovely label punch and the sentiment from the set, "Be calm and leave it to God." Now I wanted to keep these cards fairly simple, but I still wanted a bit of detail behind the sentiment, so I'm adding in those great nautical charms from the new catalogue and just kind of playing around with the positioning of where they should go. Then I get some white baker's twine and I decide to twiddle some round and put that in the background of my sentiments. Now I'm running my finger and my thumbnail through the thread just to try and get out any creases that are created when it's wrapped around the piece of card. Then popping these up with dimensionals and then just placing that thread on top wherever it will fit, so it will half stick to the dimensionals, and then the rest will stick to the card. I don't know why I like to stick down the embellishment first on the card and then stick the card to the base. I think I'm scared that something's going to go wrong, so at least I don't ruin the whole card by doing it that way. When I come to stick on the charms, I use the glue dots, and with something like the anchor charm, it will show through. So I'm just gently rolling the glue dot down a bit to tuck it in so then you can't see it, and placing another glue dot at the top of the charm to make sure that that sticks well. Again, just rolling that down with your fingers, very sticky, but it will roll into shape. And then you can apply that onto your project. I was really pleased with how these turned out. They were for a card swap, and it meant I could get 2 done in one go. So I hope you've enjoyed the One Sheet Wonders today, and do look at my channel for other One Sheet Wonders available. I hope you have a really fantastic day. Thank you for watching.